All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our webinar. Really appreciate you taking the time to join us and be here for this webinar as we talk about one of our newest products from RealityWorks, the RealCareer Electrical Wiring Kit. This is going to be recorded, so after you are done with this, we will be sending you a follow-up email giving you the recording of this session. We also will be giving you a certification showing your completion of the session, and so if you needed that for the ability to show that you were here, as well as if you want to pass on this webinar to anybody else. And then finally, we also are going to be at the end of this asking if there's any questions or anything of that nature. So up in the left-hand corner of your screen there should be an area that says chat, and you can write in your questions there. And when you do that, you then will be able to get your questions answered as at the end. And as we go through this, want you to be able to write down your questions so you don't forget them as we go through. So go ahead and feel free to do that as well. So thank you for coming today, and we're going to get started here. Just to kind of get us started, I want to talk just a little bit about not only the electrical wiring kit, but who we are as a company. If you don't know us, RealityWorks is a organization that is in about 67% of all school districts in the United States, about 90 countries worldwide. And our products are being used all over the map, and we have many variable, different types of products within the career and technical education world. We are an education partner, both with the Association of Career and Technical Education Board. Our president of RealityWorks, he works directly and is the chair of the Industry Workforce Needs Coalition. And then we are over 100 plus trade shows a year, both at the local, state, and national level. And so we are very closely tied into what is happening in CTE and how we can help in that world. Most all of our products have some sort of hardware, some have software. They all are in the learning aids and in curriculum development type products. So want to get right into what we're looking at today, and especially in today's culture. Today's student is one that really is looking in at being motivated by doing. That hands-on, wanting to be able to learn by doing it, not just sitting and hearing it, but actually doing it. And so one of the things that we always look for and strive for is how can we get our products to be in the hands of our students. At the same time, they want that immediate feedback. And you'll see with this product how we are engaging students with that immediate feedback by letting them assess themselves for what they do. Really that connection of technology and feedback all working together for learning. And then finally, that 21st century interaction. 84% of students have their own personal media devices, smartphones, computers, not only emails anymore, but social media outlets. And so they're good at using technology. And so we see that use of technology, not for technology's sake, but for better understanding, and really kind of hoping and working towards that understanding of students. So with that, I want to jump right into the RealCareer Electrical Wiring Kit. Our RealCareer Electrical Wiring Kit really comes as two pieces. You have a assessment case here, assessment kit, and then we have a wall panel. The whole purpose of this is for students to be able to use the wall panel in a classroom setting, in a lab setting, in a shop setting, to be able to actually go through, do the different type of wiring, and then after they're done doing the wiring, really be able to test and see, did I do it correctly? Now, to do this, we actually have within our product a set of wiring exercises for them to actually walk through, learn how to read those exercises, do the exercises, and then actually see if they did them correctly. So the kit is here, and the assessment piece of it is after they've done that that wiring, to assess themselves, see if they did it correctly. If they did it correctly, great. They are learning those types of wiring skills. If not, it really teaches them what they did wrong and how to correct it. And so really learning and getting that immediate feedback. So with this, I just want to kind of do an overview here of our product, really kind of look uh, looking here at the product itself. In this case, what it really comes with, kind of just blowing it up a little bit and showing all the different pieces here, are the wall panel includes the electrical componentry, the light switches, the sockets, the electrical tape, the different pieces, the wiring that is needed to actually do different types of assessments. Then we have the student, what we call the student assessment kit, which has the different pieces that will be used for assessment. There's nothing else on the market in this case of the assessment piece and how it actually works. And so with that kind of being said, I want to go ahead and do a little demo for you here as we kind of talk through this product here. Now, the big piece here and what you get is within this kit for $5.99, you get both the wall panel, and then you also get the assessment kit. Now, the assessment kit works directly with our wall panel, but knowing how a lot of schools work in this case is depending on what you are using it for or your stations that you might have for your students, you can buy extra wall panels. So then you can use, one kit to a wall panel, 2 wall panels for 1 kit. If you get to 3 or 4, you probably need to then order another wall panel. So in this case here, inside of the case, it comes with a quick start guide giving the instructor and the student a quick overview of how the product works. And then the other piece here is actually inside it is a hard copy of the student exercises. Now, at the same time that a student has a hard copy of this, we also have a copy of this online, so you can both use it here in the hard copy, but you can also have reprintables as well. So reproducibles as you see fit. And inside of here is then exercises for the student to then use their wall panel, be able to wire their wall panel, once they've done the wiring, to then assess it. Now, just to kind of show you here today, I have already done the wiring here, both for a light socket and then also for a outlet. In this case, I've wired both of them up. Now, the whole purpose of this, again, then, is to get them understanding wiring and how wiring actually works. In this case, a piece of this product is this black box right here, which is our breakout box. This breakout box is what you would use in the case of, or work with as a circuit breaker or your fuses. Now, the big piece here to remember is that this is all focusing also on safety. And so within this whole product, this breakout box is what gives us the opportunity to keep this product extremely safe. This then is what you're going to be your powering system for any of your electrical wiring. What we have here is in our assessment kit, we actually have this as battery powered. We have 4 AA batteries that come with the product, and it is battery powered. This whole, any type of electricity is then battery powered for you through our assessment kit. So there's no way for a student really to get shocked. It all is DC powered, and so for safety reasons, this is a big piece for your students, that you don't have to worry about tripping circuits or any electrocution or things of that nature. This is all DC powered. So in this case, to actually have a student, after they would do a wiring exercise, so they do a wiring exercise, once they get done with that, they actually can plug in our box here to power up the whole wall panel here. So think of this as our breakout box. They wire everything in here just like they would into a circuit breaker. It's now powered up by our system. Because it is, again, battery operated, there's no way that you can then really get any sort of electrical shock. But what it will do then is help us understand if I have wired correctly. And so it's, again, this is our assessment kit. Now, in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in, there's a place for a plug-in for my outlet. In this case, I then can plug directly into my outlet here. Once I've plugged into my outlet, I can turn on my power onto the assessment kit. And inside the assessment kit then, there are LED lights that show up giving me an understanding of my power in the sense, or understanding if I did it correctly or not. So in this case, what I'll do, and I'll give a better show here in a second, I'll plug in here, and I can look at here, in this case, they're LED lights, and it will show me a key, and the LED lights up as green, showing me it is correct. I've wired that correctly. All right, giving me an understanding that, yep, every option that could have been wired, I have actually done it correctly. I don't have to worry about that. I can unplug it then, and I have wired that correctly. Now, the other one that I've wired up is a light socket. Now, one of the neat features of this product here that we have is, in this product we have actually light socket testers. This is something that you can't get on the market. This is a product right from RealityWorks. And the way it works is it's actually a light socket that you can plug in. It has an LED light in it, so then you can see if the light bulb will turn it on, but it also is our tester. So there is a cord that you can plug in. It plugs right into our testing, our assessment kit. I can then screw in my light socket here, and then all I have to do is turn on my light. Now, in this case, you can see here, the light socket actually is showing the light. And so, okay, yep, ooh, look at that. I have a light that is showing. The problem is, in this case, I purposely wired it incorrectly to show some of the issues that can come from wiring incorrectly. In this case, the light may show up, but in this case, it is showing me that it is not actually correct. We have another problem in this case, and I can go down my key here and find out, oh, the ground connected to the neutral terminal. And so by doing that, it is going to show me that light, but I'm actually wired it incorrectly. And so we have a big problem there that we need to then fix. So even though the light turns on, we have a problem where I have to actually then unhook this, go check. And the great piece about this is that this is a student-based product here, where you can actually have your students then check their own work, see their mistakes. And in this case, it tells what the mistake was, and then what they need to change it in this sense is, okay, I have the ground and the neutral are my problem areas, and I need to then switch those up and change that out. So this product here then, when I'm done with one or two of these different wiring exercises, then I can then unhook all the different pieces I have here, and then go to the next wiring project that I have. And so in this, there are actually 16 different exercises that I can do. I've done 2 here. I can then unhook here and then go on to another one and try that one and then go to the next one. So it allows that repetition, allows your students to continually work on their understanding in this case. And so in this piece here, I want to show you a few more pieces of this. Is just this, the assessment kit. And what you just saw here is what I was looking at in the assessment kit is this assessment kit is the light socket test results. And it's a key where the LED lights in the kit actually show up as correct, or if there's a open hot, open neutral, if they've swapped the neutral and the hot, and it gives them a key. So every time I go in and do the light socket test, I can actually find out exactly what I did wrong, and then know what I did wrong, and then be able to correct it. So it's a great piece for an instructor to be able to quickly go over, test the student's ability here, see if they did it correctly, and then give them the feedback if they did it right or wrong. Same thing for students. They can take this kit, go over and test and see why the teacher is doing something else, so they're not wasting time waiting for the teacher to come over. They can continue to learn and be able to have that understanding. Same thing happens here with the outlet test results. There's ability to see if I did it correctly or what are some of the problems. Where there's some things that were swapped out that were incorrect, what do I need to do to be able to understand what I did wrong or what I did right? All right. Now, with what we just said, then the electrical components that we talked about are the wall panel actually come with the different things like pole switches, 3-way switches. All right. Ceramic lamp holders, the standard wire connectors that are needed to actually do the connection of the wire, as well as ground wire that is given for the different exercises that are going to be done by your students. So it comes with this, it's all ready to go out of the box. You open it up, your students can start learning and start doing, using the product right away. Now, along with the assessment kit and the wall panel, there's also a curriculum that comes along with it. The curriculum, like I said, is the exercises here, the workbook here. There's 16 exercise workbook, and in this case, it's all about skill development. So they not only learn, do they wire correctly, but they can actually look at the prints here and learn how to read them, how to understand them. Same time, there are 3 electrical wiring lessons. This is all in-class curriculum, allowing them to actually have the ability to, in class, there's PowerPoints, there are worksheets, there's notes, there are also tests that show what they're understanding in this, and those 3 lessons are on electrical wiring safety, introductory electrical theory, and then basic wiring skills. So there's an in-class option where we give you the curriculum, and then there's also the workbook so they can also go through. And then finally, there's a quick start guide, user guide, that allows you to quickly get up to speed on all the ins and outs of this product. Just to give you an overview here is just the 3 lessons, and then again the exercises that we have, from wiring a single outlet, wiring 2 outlets in different boxes, all the way down to how to wire 3-way switches with 1 light, or how to wire it with 1 light with the power through that light, all the way down into what we have enhancement exercises, where it gets into much more complicated that some schools may go to, some may not, but it gives that option there on how to do different type of wiring for your needs. All right, so with that being said, this product again is a product that, again, at $5.99 gives you all the pieces that you need for the ability for your students to really gain and understand knowledge, how they actually work, both not only the product in itself, but what they need to do to gain the skill, and then once they've gained the skill, to really test themselves and see how they actually did. So in this case, that whole piece of it is all about really that skill development and understanding. Again, the price in this is $5.99, and it comes with another piece here that comes with is the breakout box here is actually attached to the breakout box is actually attached to our wall panel. We actually give you a second breakout box here that comes inside of this. The reason being for this is that this is a piece that if you a lot of schools, a lot of places, they don't just use it as a sample and understanding and learning in the classroom or in the shop. They then go out and they actually build a pole shed. They build different types of shed units, or they're working on some sort of construction site within the class. And so one of the things that we also did is we give an extra breakout box so you can actually bring this out to the projects that your students are doing. Put it there in the construction piece that you're doing, have them wire right into this, plug in the assessment kit, and make sure that every outlet that they did was the correct, was done the correct way. Make sure that it's all there for them as they're actually doing their wiring. So it's a piece that can actually be brought out into the shop, out to a construction site, out onto and used with our assessment piece. The nice thing about that, again, is our assessment kit is portable. It comes in this nice case, so it's portable. You can bring it right out to where you need it, hook up this, and then, again, this is your power source. Everything that you do then goes through our 4 AA batteries here, and the battery life is about 20 continuous hours with this battery life here, and so it goes for a long time, so they can do all their checks before they actually use real or live power. It's all through DC power. So again, it's very safe, very educationally focused in the sense of getting the students to understand, to try, to practice, to wire, rewire, to make sure that they understand the different pieces of the types of electricity that electrical wiring that they're actually going to be working on. So it goes through all those different pieces. So with that being said, I want to also just take a few moments here to share with you not only this product here again that we are presenting, and another piece here before I get too far ahead is that this is $5.99 for the electrical wiring kit. It comes with the accessories, the electrical components, and it also comes with the wall panel here. But the wall panel, if you want more wall panels, the wall panels come with not only the wall panel, but the accessories as well here. You can buy those additionally for $1.99 on top of that. So you can buy as many wall panels you need as well in this world. So the next piece here that I want to hit on is just some other products that we have within RealityWorks, just to also give you an understanding of other places that we also are hitting. We're also in the welding world with different products from virtual reality welding. That is our GuideWeld VR product that has both MIG and stick availability, and then it works right with your product there. At the same time, we also have the GuideWeld Live unit, which is inside, or is actual welding here, doing your welding, and then a weld defects kit, which is the defects that 13 of the main defects that you could see in welding. They're actual models of those defects, so you can learn the different defects and understand how to correct those issues, and then a bend tester as well. So these are some other products that we have from RealityWorks as well. So with that said, we're going to go to a little question and answer time here, and I'll see what we have. It looks like one of the questions is, how many kids or students are you typically working in one kit? The way we would say is, especially with the wall panel, the highest amount we would say that you would probably want is 4 students using with one wall panel at a time. A lot of times what we've seen with this product is you'd have 2 students working together as they then both go through the exercise and then also work in this piece there. So in this case, we would say probably 2 to 4 at your maximum in using this at one time. And then with the wiring kit, again, it's one of those things where you use it to test. And so, or I'm sorry, the assessment kit, you use it to test your wiring. So in this case, you would want to actually look and see, okay, how much time are they using the assessment kit for that? Usually it's within a few minutes, so you could pass the assessment kit around from, if you're using station to station, where you probably would maybe need more of the wall panels than this. At the same time, depending on how much you use it, some schools are using it in a 1-to-1 ratio. They got 2 or 3 kids using the wall panel with the assessment kit, keeping them together at the same time. So it really depends on typically what you're working on, but I would say typically 2 to 4 kids are usually 4 would be your max in that world. Another feature in this too, again, is not only the portability so you can move it, but one of the things that we've seen is there is the ability for an instructor to start with this, as we would call a demo kit. In this case, a demo where they can actually come up and show a classroom of how to actually do that, what the different features are, and demonstrate it with the two. So a lot of times a school would use it as a demonstrator. A teacher would demonstrate with how to actually do 1 or 2 of the exercises before they then give it to the students. So there's different options there for you as instructors and what you're going to use as. So with any other questions, feel free to type in your questions in the chat area there, and I'll answer as we come. But really want to, as we kind of close up our time here, want to say thank you for taking this time. Thank you for being here, and as you do have more questions, or if you have more questions, one of the things that I'd encourage you to do is to feel free to get in touch with us at information@realityworks.com, or call us toll free at 800-262-3806. And as a company, we have sales reps in all parts of the United States, as well as around the world, but all parts of the United States. And so if you're interested in something of this nature, we can get you with our sales rep that's in your area, so then you can see either demo or get more information on this as well. So really would love to have you take advantage of that as you see the need for it. So again, thank you for your time, and want to, if doesn't look like we have any other questions. So again, the product is $599. It does fit within Perkins funding. It does hit the needs in the technology world that a lot of times people are looking at, and it does hit really that core understanding of electrical wiring. So thank you for your time, and hope this has been helpful for you.